The office smelled faintly of leather and smoke. Vine sat sideways on Jungkook's chair, her head tipped lazily against her shoulders as he skimmed reports. He was dressed like he hadn't planned to impress anyone. Dark sleeves pushed to his forearms, but the way his presence filled the room made it clear he didn't need to. She reached for his pen. Jungkook, don't, he murmured without looking up. She smirked and did it anyway, drawing a heart in the corner of the paper he had been signing. Jungkook's sigh was quiet, but laced with amusement. His hand slid to her hip, holding her firmly in place when she tried to grab more space on the page. Footsteps were heard in the hall. His men were arriving. Jungkook, behave. Why? No promises. She whispered back, and when the first knock came, she was already comfortably in his lap. She is curled in his lap during the meeting, doodling hearts over members in his ledger, while his men pretended not to see. The shipment from Busan got intercepted, growls Taeyong from across the table. His eyes keep darting to the way Jungkook's fingers stroke Wine's waist absent-mindedly. Jungkook hums, presses a kiss to his wife's temple. Baby, what do you think? Wine taps her lips, feigning deep thought. Wine. Hmm. Send Minho's team. They're scarier. Taehyung chokes. She knows the squads? Jungkook just smirks, nuzzling her neck. She plans the raids. The room goes silent for a beat. The only sound is the scratch of Wine's pen as she adds another heart. Minho's team is in Jeju. One of the men pipes up consciously. Wine doesn't look up. Then fly them back. Taehyung's brow twitches, clearly torn between objecting and staying alive. Jungkook, however, looks perfectly content, his free hand lazily turning the ledger so she can keep doodling without smudging the ink. Jungkook, she is not wrong. Minho's squad will handle it and make sure they know no survivors this time. The table shifts uneasily. Wine's pen pauses mid-heart. She glances up at him, and his eyes are on her. But she doesn't say anything. She just leans back against his chest. Wine. Guess I'm scary too, huh? Jungkook. You have always been scary, he says, brushing his lips against her ear. That's why you're mine. The men exchange glances, no one willing to be the first to speak. Jungkook finally waves a hand. Jungkook. Meeting is over. Get it done. As the chairs scrape and the room empties, Wine closes the ledger and sets the pen down. Wine. You know, one day they're going to be more afraid of me than you. Jungkook laughed against her skin. That would be good, because then they will never touch you. Wine giggled. Jungkook. But I won't let it happen. Her smile disappeared. You're challenging me? Jungkook smiled and nodded twice. Fine. You wait. I'm going to practice shooting from today onwards. Jungkook, I will teach you. Vine rolled her eyes. I don't need you. I will go without you. Leave me. She tried to get up from his lap, but he pulled her closer. Jungkook, what? You don't need me? Vine, no. Jungkook, fine. I will make you crave me, he said, pulling her face towards his to give her a kiss. She giggled into the kiss, her hands braced against his chest, as if she might push him away, though she didn't. Jungkook's mouth was warm, unhurried, the kind of kiss that made her forget why she had been arguing in the first place. When he finally pulled back, his thumb brushed along her jaws, eyes dark with amusement. Jungkook, still think you don't need me? Vine tilted her head defiantly, but her cheeks were a little flushed. Vine, I'm still going to practice. Maybe I'll be better than you one day. His laugh was low, almost dangerous. Jungkook, fine. There's no universe where I will let you hold a gun without me right behind you. She scoffed. You can't watch me every second. His smirk deepened as he leaned in, lips grazing her ear. Jungkook, wanna bet? Before she could answer, a soft knock interrupted them. Jungkook's eyes flicked to the door, instantly sharpening. Namjoon's voice came through. Boss, you're going to want to hear this. Jungkook didn't let her move from his lap as he called back. Jungkook, come in. Namjoon stepped inside, glancing at Wine once before focusing on Jungkook. Namjoon, the guys from earlier, they weren't just looking for trouble. They left a message. Jungkook's hand tightened around her waist. Jungkook, what message? Namjoon hesitated. They know about her. The room seemed to shrink. Wine felt the change in his body, the stillness before the storm. Jungkook's voice dropped. Silk over steel. Jungkook, get every entry point locked down. Double the guards. Wine frowned, twisting to look at him. Jungkook, but he cut her off with a quick kiss to the temple. Jungkook, later, baby. Right now, I've got something to take care of. He put her off his lap and stood up. His eyes were still on her, softer now, but no less intense. Jungkook, stay in my office until I come back. And if anyone but me opens that door, Wine's lips quivered. I shoot them? Jungkook's smirk returned, but his tone was deadly serious. Jungkook, exactly. Wine's heartbeat was off the charts the entire time he was gone. Every faint sound beyond the door made her grip the armrest tighter. The office felt too quiet, Her fingers kept brushing against the cold metal of the gun. Then she heard footsteps that were coming closer to her, each second. She quickly held the gun tighter, pointing it towards the door. Her breath caught as the handle turned. When the door pushed wider and she saw Jungkook's face, her breath rushed out all at once. She lowered the weapon, the tension leaving her shoulders in a shaky exhale. Fine, you nearly gave me a heart attack. Vine set the gun on the desk with a clink, glaring faintly at him. Jungkook, good girl. You didn't hesitate, he murmured, stepping inside and locking the door behind him. He crossed the room, one hand cupping her jaw. Her throat tightened. Vine, what happened? His gaze softened slightly. Jungkook, they won't be back, don't worry. You did well. He brushed his thumb across her cheek. Jungkook, but you're not leaving my side today, she teased. She smacked his arm. Why? Is this the time to joke around? I was so scared, she said, wrapping her arms around his waist and resting her head on his abs. Jungkook laughed. He picked her up in bridal style. She wasn't shocked. He sat on the chair with wine in his arms. Jungkook, this is the perfect time. Saying this, he kissed her deeply, but softly to calm her heartbeat.